All right. Welcome in, everyone. It is Phil Nagy. It is Kit Nagy. It is Nagy on Sports. Excited to bring you the 2023 Pro Bowl. Again, the rosters will be based on the stats that occurred during our simulated season, but obviously a lot of the best players are the best players. But since the Pro Bowl pretty much doesn't actually even exist anymore as a game, it's kind of fun to see what it might look like when you have stars against stars. So we're excited to bring this one to you. Kid, how are we doing today?
Doing well, and yeah, certainly excited to see some of the stars come out and play in the Pro Bowl, which has devolved to flag football in the real deal NFL.
Actually, yes, truly, not even just fake flag, actual flag football.
Right, and some skills competitions, which I understand why they're doing it. They don't want to risk injury, the big contracts, all that stuff. It makes sense that they do it that way. So instead, we're going to bring it to you here on Nagy on Sports the way it probably was originally designed and thought to be,
Sure.
A little more fun with an actual game of football.
Absolutely on that one. So a couple of Browns in this game, of course. Batonio and Teller actually both made it. I think actually even Jack Conklin made it as the backup right tackle. Not that we would see him in the game. And then Miles, of course, on the defensive end as well. Our quarterback battle today will be Joe Burrow versus Dak Prescott. And again, keep in mind that they don't auto sub for whatever reason, so we will rock with the starters all the way till the end. Pick is going to be taken in the end zone. Here comes Dak out onto the football field again. There are his simulated season statistics. The other two quarterbacks on the roster are Aaron Rodgers and Kirk Cousins, if you are curious about that. See a few other single stars out there. Zeke out there, Dalton Schultz, Zach Martin. There's a couple of Buccaneer wide receivers next to each other as well. Zeke looks like he is the starting running back. Pitts is well in there. They'll go left side with Zeke. Oof, big bullying tackle over the top of Von Miller. He'll pick up 9 on the first play of the game.
That was a big, tough physical run, and that's the stuff that even of late in the last decade or so of Pro Bowl you really didn't see, even when they were playing the game.
Got it on the first play. All right, a little shotgun look here for Dak. Back to pass. Zip it across the middle. Caught. That's going to be hit in transition. That's Mike Evans on the catch. I got to check the number and then the helmet and make sure that I know who's got the ball.
Yes,
that
the difficulties of
complete the first down.
The difficulties of calling the Pro Bowl.
That's right. Hi, Mitchell. Welcome in. Woof, woof, indeed. A couple of Browns. Actually, looks like Miles lined up in the middle on this play. Up the middle, and he'll get 2 yards this time. Does Zeke?
I'll tell you, that red and orange combination is a bit garish.
Yeah, that's not good. Right side, here's Zeke, and he'll be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. Good pursuit there. Daron Harmon, about to be a free agent. Safety, somebody maybe that have been linked to the Browns. Right side, deep ball, single coverage out there. Oh, knocked away at the last second. I'm not sure who the corner was. Looks like he's wearing a Jaguars helmet, but it was swatted away, and they'll have to punt.
Yeah, that probably should have been caught. Just had his hands on it, but unable to come away with a contested catch. And those are the ones you want back.
They are. All right, onto the field now. La'el Collins, apparently the starting right tackle as well. Joe Burrow onto the field again. Not playing in the Super Bowl this weekend, next weekend, much to his chagrin, of course, but going to be captaining a very solid AFC team, again anchored by 2 Browns guards. He's going to start in a shotgun. Looks like Derrick Henry will be the starting running back. No Nick Chubb in the Pro Bowl.
Yeah.
Sad face.
Yeah, a bit of a slight, I thought.
Just shows you our sim season when we had to go back and change all the outcomes.
Yeah.
He wasn't getting the love that he deserved. Shotgun look, Corey Linsley, go Bucks. Buckeye to Buckeye, snapping it, and now he'll throw him down right at the line of scrimmage. Looked like Danielle Hunter, and now a 3rd and inches. Looks like you got Bosa there, you got Kenny Clark, Grady Jarrett, and DeMarcus Lawrence, but first down is achieved by Derrick Henry.
Yeah, kind of the expected who's who of the D-line front for the NFC.
Indeed, got Stephon Diggs out there. It's actually KJ Hamler at the bottom of your screen. A little shifty punt returner specialist from the Broncos. Apparently had a good enough sim season to make the Pro Bowl team as Henry goes nowhere. Looks like maybe Ronnie Stanley at left tackle and completely mistimed it. Looked like maybe Dalton Knox, the tight end on the outside there, didn't go anywhere.
Yeah, it looks like we're seeing a little bit of the having, these guys get only a week of prep for this, so.
Dump it off short to Henry, and he'll be tackled in space by Kendricks, the Vikings linebacker, and that'll be a 4th and 2. I don't even know who's coaching this game. Oh, that was like Dennis Allen coaching the NFC. Why would the Saints coach be coaching the Pro Bowl? I don't know how that works.
Don't know.
Take it to the right side, returned to the 25-yard line is where he'll pick that one up. 9:41 to go, 0-0. Both teams punting on their first drive. Prescott goes under center, little ace formation. Here comes the wham, and Miles gets whammed appropriately by the tight end, and Zeke will take that 13 yards, put him in his back pocket. He looks good to start the game.
Yeah, he sure does, and that little wham concept certainly paying off there as it managed to open up a decent hole, and Zeke took advantage of it.
He did. He did indeed. Back to pass now. Blitz coming from the outside. Looked like Marlon Humphrey coming from the slot. And he'll dump it short to Mike Evans for 7. Evans for 7. Hope everybody's having a good Saturday. Phil Nagy, Kit Nagy here. Nagy on Sports again with the official 2023 Pro Bowl sim. Across the middle. Picked. Oh, I thought it was picked for a minute.
I thought so for a minute, too.
I couldn't tell who it was because there were 2 defenders right there, Marlon Humphrey, and then I don't even know who was 17 for the Steelers. Is that Carl Joseph?
Is
he on the Steelers this year?
Oh, I don't think so. I thought he was a 1-year deal and he went somewhere else.
Yeah, maybe.
Speaking of Marlon Humphreys, though, Marcus Williams' father-in-law says some not so glowing things about him in that secondary. So interesting the perspective from the player's perspective on him. A lot of the blown coverage stuff that the Ravens had, they were saying was his fault. So I don't know.
Oh, interesting.
And then yeah, that's not as much of the team player as some of the others, perhaps.
Interesting. So a 13 personnel. They run it behind 3 tight ends for a first down as this drive penetrating into the AFC end. Here comes Zeke again, left side. Having Dak and Zeke in the backfield together, a clear advantage here to start the game. Look like Miles is maybe like a starting rush D tackle as he's going to hit Dak right as he throws, but dumps it off to Zeke, who breaks a tackle, and then he's going to be hit hard. Derwin James, the one to finish him off.
Yeah, a bit of an interesting play. Ended up being a win for the defense, but thought for a minute the offense might break that.
Right at the sticks is Evans. Are they going to give it to him? They are. First down for the NFC. Is it Chris Claybrooks? Oh, Tyson Campbell, the rookie. Interesting. That's who's wearing the Jaguar helmet. Or maybe it's his second year. I can't remember if it's his rookie. Wobbler to the corner, and it could have been and should have been caught by Alan Lazard for a touchdown. Instead, no dice.
Yeah, you don't see him wobble like that very often, as it was doing like a helicopter spin out there. Yep. Very odd.
I wonder maybe if he got hit at the line. Look at Zeke breaking tackles, though. Into the end zone. Touchdown. Zeke Elliott, he's doing the Dak warm-up. The little, hip shift warm-up. That was wild.
That was funny. But great run, though. You have to admit this was a really vintage Zeke indeed, as he just rolled over some would-be tacklers and would not be denied. Gets all the way in. Nice look there from Zeke, getting back to his old ways.
They ran through Marlon Humphrey, as you previously mentioned, and then Eric Rowe, the safety from the Dolphins, kind of hopped on his back, and he got taken for a ride. 10-play, 76-yard drive for the NFC. They're going to strike first here in Allegiant Stadium. Beautiful stadium here in Las Vegas. And it's going to be taken a yard deep by Nyheim Hines, kick returner for the Bills. And so, it's Stefanski. Apparently Stefanski is the AFC coach.
Right.
It's Stefanski versus Dennis Allen. Perfect. Hey, Jonathan, welcome in. All right, Burrow in the shotgun now. Turn around. Nope, they're going to option keeper left side. Burrow for a first down and more. 12 yards is the pickup.
Well, that's not the call I might have made there with Burrow as your starting quarterback, but, he is dangerous with his feet if he needs to be, and he shows it there.
Willing to run when needed. The QB option in the Pro Bowl game. This time they will give it to Derrick Henry. He'll try the right side. Gets a couple there before being brought down by the NFC defenders. Corey Linsley snaps it back. Another delayed handoff. A lot of running so far. Now 5 carries for Derrick Henry, but just 6 yards as Zeke trying to pump up the fans. Kenny Clark on the tackling end of that interaction. Now a 3rd and 8. Burrow going to have to go to the air, I would guess. Back to pass. He's got time. Now he's going to heave it deep left side. Got to make a single coverage tip and then almost caught again. Incomplete is the result. Couldn't even tell which receiver that was. Could have been Christian Kirk. Looked like maybe another Jaguars helmet. But it is going to be dropped, and they'll have to punt this one away again.
It was an interesting shot. The receiver had, it was actually a little underthrown. Receiver had the first shot at it and then tipped it up. Then the defender had a shot at an interception, but wasn't able to come up with that. And then the receiver had yet another shot at a reception, but unable, after all that, to come down with anybody catching the ball.
Indeed. Zeke again to the right side. He's got 9 carries for 66 yards here in the first quarter alone.
Wow.
They'll give it to him again. He'll get pulverized at the line this time. Emmanuel Ogbah, Derwin James in there as well. Ogbah, of course, drafted by the Browns. He's really turned into a nice pass rusher, making himself a lot of money the last couple free agent cycles. As that's going to be a first down completion to Chris Godwin.
Yeah, I saw some rumbling of maybe he comes back to be a Brown again. I don't know if I believe that, but I did see some rumbling about that.
I don't know if you saw Kit, I can't remember what his name is, Brad something, Spielberg or something. What a catch by Mike Evans. He's a PFF guy, and he did like here's what all of the free agents are going to cost this year. And he's been like freakishly accurate in the past. And very quickly it was like, well, guess we're not going to get a receiver in free agency because Corey Myers is getting like $65 million. It's like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, I actually
looking at the draft or a trade.
I don't expect the free agent market to be where we get a wide receiver anyway, just because it's relatively thin and high demand. So yeah, you'd have to pay a lot in that free agency market for a wide receiver that may or may not actually be the caliber you really need to spark what you need in the offense. So
the supply and demand thing, right? People will overpay for talent that's not really there.
Yep. So I'm kind of doubting it comes out of free agency. Now a trade, obviously we saw the Amari Cooper trade and how that worked out for us. So that was huge value on a very low price, which we've been very grateful for, but maybe they find something like that to do.
Or like again, Elijah Moore asked for a trade last year, something like that.
Right, yeah, find a guy that AB can work his magic and get for cheap, or relatively cheap compared to what he might go for otherwise. Which we've been very happy with how that trade worked out. But if not, the draft. Honestly, it's yet another deep wide receiver draft. So we'll see how that works out.
Here's some pressure coming in a pair of 91s. Ogbah and Ed Oliver will get home and sack Dak.
Now that's something you can't do outside of the Pro Bowl. Pair of 91s meet for the sack.
Yeah, that's right. Well, thank God they're wearing different helmets. Yeah,
that's right.
Hi, Karen. Welcome in. Go Browns, Cavs, and Guardians. Puts up a 2nd and goal. They're back to the 14-yard line, but again, all the momentum in their favor. Now Dak, give it to Zeke again. Gets past the first line of defense, throws a safety to the ground, and then gets kind of tackled from behind. It's like Josie Jewell, middle linebacker from the Broncos. Some interesting players here on the roster.
Yep.
Back to pass, Dak firing end zone, swatted away. There's Campbell. And that's going to set up a 4th and goal. Stefanski loves it. He looks weird in red also.
Yep, he sure does.
All right, so they're going to go ahead and kick this field goal. Is that Greg Joseph? Looks like the Vikings. Nope, excuse me, Graham Gano. Kirk Cousins, the holder, is the Vikings helmet maybe that I saw. So 10-3, NFC flexing early here. Phil Nagy, Kit Nagy, joining you on Nagy on Sports. Again, appreciate everybody being on. Hope you're having a good Saturday. And make sure that you set those radio dials to Nagy on Sports this week as the Super Bowl 57 official sim or sims. We're still talking about it. We may sim it a couple of times just to get some more data. You know, maybe a best 2 out of 3 or something like that. We'll see how it goes. We'll see what the schedule permits. Here comes Henry again. He's going to be chased from behind by Nick Bosa. Kenny Clark also in the vicinity. Shotgun Burrow. He's going to give it again. Lots of running. Spreading them out and running in these inside zone looks with Derrick Henry. It's not really Henry's style.
No. And certainly an interesting look when you got Joe Burrow back there to throw the ball.
Right. Maybe it was our bad for setting the spread offense as the playbook.
Yeah, maybe.
4th and 2. They run it again, and it's going to be tackled before the line to gain by Eric Kendricks, and they will punt once again.
I guess it depends on whose idea of the spread offense we're talking about, because some people
use
the spread as a pass-heavy offense, but you could use it as a run-heavy, spread them out and then run up the middle.
Spread them out, yeah. That's what we've seen here so far.
Yep.
At some point they'll realize they're down 10 and start throwing, I would guess.
You would hope.
Zeke, 73 yards in that first quarter, was very good. Snap back, short throw left side. Got his man, that's Kyle Pitts to the 30 to the 35, and the talented young tight end from Atlanta has a first down for the NFC.
Well, the NFC certainly doesn't seem afraid to throw the ball.
No, they do not. And they probably run in the Saints playbook, right? If Allen's the coach, they probably got roped with the Saints playbook. Here comes Zeke, right side, 40, 45, nearing midfield. He's got another first down, 10 more yards for Ezekiel Elliott.
Oh, I wonder, actually, if Stefanski is the coach, does that influence our number, like all those run plays that we tweaked?
No, because I didn't.
So much?
No, because I didn't choose the Nagy on Sports playbook.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know if we're getting
but it might be because Stefanski's
demerits because
heavier.
that's not his preferred. I don't know. Who knows? That's what I get for trying to have some extra fun. Across the middle, Mike Evans, broken tackle, first down and more to the 40 to the 35 and into AFC territory. I think it is Carl Joseph, 17. I saw it on the back. Apparently a very good, strong safety this year for the Steelers.
Well, all right then. I didn't
Enough
think he
to
was still
start
with the Steelers,
the Pro Bowl.
I guess so.
Maybe he's not, or maybe they let go of the middle of the year and I missed it and didn't mirror the move. A late throw over the middle. I just can't read the back of it. He still keeps turning around. Maybe it doesn't say Joseph. I just don't remember who number 17 is.
Well, hold on.
It feels like a weird number for their defense. Then he's definitely doing safety, hybrid linebacker-y stuff. So it's definitely not Minka.
But he is still with the Steelers.
Is he number 17?
I'm looking.
Oh, gotcha. First and 10 now, 8:42 to go. Dak firing short to the right side. He's got Zeke as his outlet. Nice tackle in space by Derwin James. Because I don't think Terrell Edmonds changed his number. That would be the only other person it could be. Fighting for the end zone. Let's see if because he's involved in the tackle here. Turn around, 17. Jackson?
Number 30 with the.
Does it say Jackson? Was there a trade that happened that I missed? It says Jackson on it. Kareem Jackson or something? Actually, you know what? I bet that's what it was. I bet they auto picked up a safety off free. He's going to do the Dak again as Zeke is into the end zone. Touchdown. I bet you it's Kareem Jackson, who is a veteran safety from the Broncos for all those years. I bet he was the highest free agent, and then they just needed another free safety.
And he made it to the Pro Bowl.
Auto picked him up, yeah. That's happened before where I'll be like, how is Beckham on this team? Because he was just the highest rated receiver or whatever, and they picked him up.
Right.
So as much roster control as I tried, I bet you that's who it is. Because I thought it looked like it said Jackson. And I was like, who's Jackson? I don't have a Jackson. All right, here we go. Delayed handoff again, and he'll fall forward for 3. Really diving forward for 3. It's now down 17-0. They got to get something going. Burrow shotgun, back to pass, short throw, right side, and it's almost picked by a diving Quandre Diggs. Whew.
Yeah, it's very sketch. Very close to being an interception.
3rd and 7, Burrow. Now he'll shade, run out of pressure, across the middle, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the waiting arms of the linebacker, and that's Campbell, Devondre Campbell from the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah, not sure who he was trying to go to here, as this was just a woefully underthrown, really, all defenders in the area.
Yeah, that was weird. Who was you? Who were you throwing to there, Joe? All right, and you're going to give the football back to the red hot, or blue hot, rather, NFC team here. Anchored by some Cowboys. With the left side, seam route. Caught it up in the air, Mike Evans. Breaking tackles to the 10 and the 5. Touchdown. Big quick strike for the big 6'5" Buccaneer receiver.
Yeah, certainly a highlight reel play right there. That was really fun, but certainly taking advantage of that turnover is the NFC, and Mike Evans does not disappoint with an incredible second effort catch and then breaking a tackle on the way down to get himself into the end zone.
Yes, we are, and we are entering beatdown territory here. One play, 35 yards, 7 seconds off the clock. Prescott to Evans. Maybe we'll bench Burrow at halftime, bring Josh Allen in or something. See, mix it up a little bit here. As controllers of the AFC side, technically speaking. All right, Joe, come on, baby. And they're going to keep running Derrick Henry. Probably his best run of the day, though, of 8 yards.
Yep.
Burrow, play action to Henry, short throw. This is going to be Stephon Diggs. Nice little move at the 40 for a first down. Stephon Diggs, just the 3rd completion of the game for Joe Burrow.
Yeah, odd that they came out running Derrick Henry again, down 24-0. You think for sure by now you would realize that throwing is a better option as they go back to the ground again.
Yeah, 11 carries for 28 yards is not going to get it done.
No.
In any capacity.
No, indeed.
Unless you are in chew clock mode at the end of a game. Here's an out route, and it's dropped. That was Evan Ingram, the Jaguar tight end. Had a good year for the Jags, coming over from the Giants in free agency, of course. Now a 3rd and 8. They set up screen left side. Burrow hit as he throws, and incomplete. He had some cavalry in front of him, but Henry could not complete the catch, and they're going to have to punt again.
Yeah, 2 ugly drops in a row. Those are brutal. Those will certainly kill drives, and that does just that, as the AFC will punt.
Yeah, it certainly will. And then a shanked punt out of bounds. Bad punt out at the 36, so the NFC will get good field position here with under 5 to go. And an opportunity to continue to pad their lead. Stretch it to the right side. Zeke, can he get around the safety? He cannot. Good tackle there. Eric Rowe got over there in a hurry to make the tackle. Zip it across the middle, caught by Mike Evans. Good tackle there. Tyson Campbell right on him. 3rd and 5 here. AFC really needs to get him off the field. Back to pass. Dak off the back foot, left side, out of bounds. Lazard couldn't quite bring it in. It was tipped. And then no one could pick it up. Just now 16 for 20 for Dak, as he's had a really solid first half as well. Mitch Wishnowsky looks to punt this one away. And it's going to check down at the 5, at the 3. What a punt for Wishnowsky.
It was a beauty, even if it did end up, it looked like it was going out of bounds if it kept going, so it checked up instead. It was like the best of both worlds. Either you want it to go out of bounds there at the short yardage or to check up. He had it angled so that it would do both. Sure
did. Here's another run to Derrick Henry, right side. He's got the 10, and that'll be taken down. Nice hit by Harrison Smith, and veteran free safety from the Vikings. Low, play action, back to pass now. Burrow firing over the middle, caught in some space. That's a first down throw and catch. That is Christian Kirk to the 31, and now a couple of first downs strung back to back for the AFC.
And finally throwing, and seemingly with a bit of urgency as they go right back to Derrick Henry. But they threw, which opened up the run game, and they got some success there. So
13 more yards there for Henry as we're down to the 2-minute warning. Can they get one more snap off? They cannot. They cannot. Burrow steps back into a shotgun now. 2 minutes to go in this first half. 24-0. Some points here would be really nice. Right side, beautiful throw. Right side, he's wide open. Ingram, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown! AFC with a quick strike to Evan Ingram.
Well, there's that sense of urgency we had been looking for as they just hit a beautiful flag route out there to Ingram. Just a nice throw from Burrow. Surprised they hadn't been doing that earlier in this game, but certainly nothing like the present to get something going.
Big mouth Tyler Bass kicks it in. 4 plays, 97 yards. That's how you coach him up, Stefanski. Get those quick scores. And now with 3 timeouts left, we'll see if they're able. They do get the second half kick, so maybe a quick 3 and out, and they can put some more points on as Antonio Gibson takes a knee in the end zone. Looks like Trent Williams there. Eldon Jenkins, center Frank Regnow, Zach Martin, the right guard. And a first down throw and quick catch. That's going to be Chris Godwin. Hey, Wendell, happy Saturday to you. Max Crosby falls down. And it looks like the right tackle is Tristan Wirfs, no surprise. Right up the seam, that's Schultz. He's got a first down, and they're right back in to AFC territory here and have yet to use any timeouts.
Yeah, that's not what you want, especially when they've got all 3 of them still remaining and a minute to go, and they're already threatening for field goal range.
And now Dennis Allen will go ahead and use the NFC's first timeout. Back to pass, zip it across the middle. That's going to be a short throw to Godwin, and they'll go ahead and call timeout number 2 here. 24-7 is the score here. Phil Nagy, Kit Nagy, and Nagy on Sports joining you.
I don't know about to Atlanta. I mean, possibly, but I do feel like a trade is the likely outcome at this point.
Could have and should have been picked off by that mysterious Steeler named Jackson. 3rd and 5. Yeah, I can't remember. Somebody put that article in the Discord, and it was just kind of like, here's what a trade could look like. But I think it was just purely speculation on some reporter's part.
Yeah, that was a speculative article, to be sure.
Just in terms of, here's a team that's got some assets that could make it happen kind of a thing. And getting him on that turf in Atlanta with Drake London, Kyle Pitts.
Yep.
Could be pretty fun.
Yeah.
Out of my division, fine with me.
Well, and also because it adds to that rushing attack, because of what Lamar brings to the table.
Kick is up, and it's good with just 8 seconds left. 27-7 looks like what we will go to halftime in as Himes will actually take a knee. And I'll actually spread them out and actually try to run a play here. Oh, Wendell, you're the one who put the article there. Well, thank you for putting that up. But yeah, I mean, it's certainly an interesting theory, and they certainly have the assets to do it. All right. We've made it to halftime here during the Pro Bowl. 27-7. It has been a pretty big beat down here. And I am going to go ahead and see what some of our other options are for this AFC roster. No offense to the unknown Steelers safety. No offense to the unknown Steelers safety here, but it's the Pro Bowl. We want to see some other guys too. So we'll go to Josh Allen. We'll go to maybe we'll leave Derrick Henry, but then I'll do a different 3rd down back. How about that? Sorry, KJ Hamler, you're not better than those people. Robert Woods. Who was he even on? The Titans, I think? Maybe he started on the Titans.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, yeah, look, there it is, Jack Conklin. Yeah, how about we make Miles the starter? Von Miller, that's fine. Max Crosby is a lot of things, but he is not a linebacker.
Yeah, Titans for Woods.
I don't know about having him. Josie Jewell is missing some strength in the linebacker position, apparently. There's Khalil Mack. Yeah, let's make Chandler Jones the starter here at least. Try to get a little bit better defense. Yeah, there's Tyson Campbell. Oh, it's William Jackson. William Jackson III. I thought he was on... Was he actually on the Steelers this year? Or was that a weird pickup? Man, they have some pretty big holes on the AFC.
He's Steelers 2022 to present. So yeah, he's with the Steelers.
I completely missed that.
Yep. He had Bengals to the woofed to the Steelers.
Woofed to the Steelers. All right. Maybe this will make them a little bit better. I don't know.
Guess we'll find out.
Yeah, we'll find out. Indeed. Thanks for bearing with me on that, by the way. Appreciate you doing that. All right, 27-7. Switching it up a little bit. There he is now. Josh Allen in a quarterback. We'll also see. Looks like Joe Mixon as the third down back instead of. And now going to run. Actually kind of looked like he ran away from the sack. Throws it. Coming back to his man and catching it in space is Keenan Allen, who I also just subbed in. So I look like a genius for 31 yards.
Yeah, really credit Allen with coming back. Allen coming back. It was like Allen who threw it, but it was Allen to Allen.
Yes.
But anyway, so credit the receiver Allen. It was well underthrown by the quarterback Allen, but the receiver came back to the ball, which is the key, which gave the chance for that to be a completion and a nice pickup for the AFC.
Indeed. All right, 1st and 10 now into NFC territory. Back to pass. They're setting up screen, and Kenny Clark says no screen for you. He'll get back there for the sack as Allen's got to get rid of it there. Setting it up to the right side, and just too many people left too quickly. Derrick Henry was over there. Allen wasn't even ready to look at him yet. Interesting play there. Dennis Allen, of course, defensive coordinator for all those years, loves the penetration up the middle. Back to pass. Allen, now he'll roll left. Now he'll fire across the middle. Caught. Good catch in space. And he's got back to the original line of scrimmage. That's Christian Kirk. Sets it up to about a 3rd and 7. Back to pass. Allen rolling back, firing on the run. Over the middle, and it's picked. He threw it over the head of Henry, and it's going to be picked off in space. Can't see the helmet. There it is. The Bears. Is that Jayon Jackson?
Bit of a desperation throw there from Allen under pressure, but you see that Henry didn't even get his head turned around. He probably could have made a play on the ball, but he didn't see it coming because a little quick out on the trigger finger there from Allen.
Yeah, Jalen Johnson, the young corner from the Bears, and there's a nice toe drag swag for Alan Lazard. 1st down NFC, so striking right again quickly.
And the Allens are taking over. They're all over the place.
They sure are. And there he is, William Jackson III. Ooh,
I don't know if he got that left foot in.
Got down.
I don't think so. I think that's incomplete.
No booth review. Come on.
Oh, my.
Come on, Pro Bowl refs.
Missed it.
They did. Here's a handoff to Zeke up the middle. And he'll be whipped down to the ground by Khalil Mack. And that was the hard part about that. Looking at that AFC roster, all the quote-unquote outside linebackers were just edge rushers in disguise. So it's like you don't actually have any real linebackers on the roster, except for Patrick Queen.
That's a problem.
Yeah, well, or at least explains why Zeke was running wild. Tipped and then caught by Lazard. Oh, he dropped it.
Wow.
I thought he swatted it right into Lazard's hands.
Yeah, it looked like a volleyball spike right into a ready receiver, but Lazard unable to come up with the catch.
Yeah, Kellen Mond, Wendell, was the 3rd-string quarterback this year. They picked him up off the Vikings. He was there when Stefanski drafted him. And he's young and he's cheap. and he's, I think, more Watson in skill set. But I think Brissett's just going to be too much money. I think somebody's going to go pay him $10 million a year, whatever, to be their bridge quarterback, and we're not going to pay a backup quarterback $10 million a year, especially now.
Yep. I agree with
so that's
all
what
of that.
that's what I meant. That's what I meant by Mond.
I mean, they could take a flyer on somebody else potentially to bring him in as a.
Well, or there could be a late,
yeah,
a undrafted rookie free agent or a 6th, 7th round guy or something come in,
Yeah.
Or maybe they, I think they liked Dobbs, and obviously Dobbs ended up starting games.
Yep.
For the Titans, so maybe they bring him back on a vet deal. Nice zip of the ball from Allen. That was a fastball to the right side, and Kirk snags it at the 42.
Yeah, sure was a heater. It was a nice throw, and he had to have that heat on it in order to get it there in time. The window was very narrow.
That's true. Here comes Mixon, his first carry, following Wyatt Teller through the hole for 3 yards. I mean, he'll be worth what somebody's willing to pay him. I just know that he actually, I know he made himself some money this year.
Oh, he sure
with
did.
his performance. He's going to go, a team like maybe the Jets or I'm trying to think of what teams that feel like they're even just a competent quarterback away or somebody while they wait for their rookie to grow.
Yep. He'll get paid. There's no doubt.
He'll get paid. Left side is picked again. He's stuck right there in the middle of the zone. Quandre Diggs, 20, 10, chased down by Stephon Diggs. Diggs on Diggs crime, but a first down for the NFC at the 6. Looked like an out route, and he just stuck there in that little hook zone.
Yeah, I just didn't see him sitting right underneath it as he's just sneakily got away with sitting in the line of fire, and Allen didn't see it at all. And Diggs just snagged it cleanly right out of the air, plucked it, if you will, for a nice interception.
Did. And that's Quandre Diggs, not Trevon Diggs, of course, who led the league in interceptions last year for the Cowboys. As Zeke's about to have his hat trick of touchdowns now, Juszczyk checks into the game as well. Dak under center, give it to Zeke up the middle, hit hard. They're going to say no gain. 3rd and goal now. Up the middle, broken tackle. It was Von Miller who got there, but they're going to say he's short, and a big goal line stand for the AFC as they're going to trot the kicker back out there.
Well, I know Stephon and Trayvon are related. I don't think
Quandre's related.
Quandre's related to those two.
If they get rid of Lamar Jackson, I'm not sure if they're, despite the fact that you can call him Pro Bowler Tyler Huntley, I'm not sure if that's exactly what they want to roll with. So
yeah, I have my doubts.
Yeah, maybe Brissett to the Ravens, obviously, because Greg Roman left too, right?
Yes.
So their offense could be evolving and changing, and so maybe somebody like Brissett could be sought after.
They've interviewed both our former offensive coordinator, blanking on his name, Monson, and also O'Shea, Chad O'Shea.
Yeah. Left side, a little handoff for a couple yards, but here we are now in a 3rd and medium once again for the AFC. Just haven't really been able to get anything going right now. Back to pass. Allen standing there in the pocket. Now he'll roll right, gets around to Marcus Lawrence. Now he'll fire deep to the right side. Shot play into traffic, and it's picked off again. And this one is the other Diggs this time. That is Trayvon Diggs, and he'll pick up an interception, the 4th for the NFC defense.
A lot of Diggs in this game, too. Allens and Diggs.
Yeah, we got Allens and Diggs all over, and Josh Allen floats this one into essentially triple coverage.
Yep.
How about that catch from Diggs, though, ripping it out of the hands of Kirk? The NFC just running away. Well, maybe going to Josh Allen was not the right move. Maybe we go back to Burrow. Or Trevor Lawrence, I think, is the 3rd quarterback.
He has been going to the air more often, but then again, he's also been throwing a lot of picks.
Throwing it to the other team is Zeke. 111 yards now, 22 carries, as they are literally running away with this one.
Yep. And see,
wiggling up the middle again.
This is where you should be relying so heavily on the run, is when you're up 33-7, not when you're down 24-0.
Agreed.
Or even 17-0. Let's start there.
That's true.
Heck,
That's true.
Even 10-0, you might have started to think about starting to put some more passes in your little playbook repertoire there, your call sheet.
Yeah, that's true. Very true. So running and churning clock now. Here's a throw, left side, caught his man up, broken tackle, Evans! His second touchdown of the day as well.
Yep.
As now we start to vie for MVP honors, and 2 touchdown catches for Mike Evans puts him into the race.
Well, and they're both off of broken tackles, too. Both absolutely self-made touchdowns. He could have been tackled short of the end zone easily on both, but instead he out-physicals the would-be tacklers on both plays and scores touchdowns.
Yeah, Wendell, they would have to trade up for him. Stroud's not going to fall to them in the 20s or wherever their draft pick is. So yeah, I guess if they fall in love with him in the process and they want to go up to 2 or 3 or 4 to get him, I could see them maybe being a team for like an Anthony Richardson, a kid with just all kinds of athleticism and upside, but who's super, super raw. Kind of the, sort of Cam Newton 2.0.
Yeah, where Allen was kind of that way too, super physical and awfully raw, but he came into his own. But then again, he also went into a ready-made situation for him.
Yes, a very good situation for him. Here he is now giving it to Mixon up the middle. Nowhere to go. Just really mind-boggled by the reliance on the run. After years of getting them not to run enough, now all of a sudden running too much. Here's Henry again, and he'll pick up 3 yards, and here we are again at 3rd and 6.
Yeah, it must be Stefanski.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
They finally figured out Stefanski, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, that's the old Stefanski. Watch out for new Stefanski this year, baby.
That's right.
Could be all different. Could be all different. They did convert that first down to Stephon Diggs. Here's a short throw to the left side, also to Stephon Diggs. He'll pick up 3. Allen to Diggs, of course, that connection's been very profitable for the Buffalo Bills and likely continues for the next couple years. Again, just a weird reliance on the zone running scheme here.
Yep.
3rd and 8. Poor Allen, that puts Nick Bosa in the zone. I'm actually surprised we haven't seen more glowing X's for the amount of superstars as he's going to just eat this sack again as they try to run screen, and Grady Jarrett talking a little stuff to Josh Allen on the way up. 3 seconds to get there. Well, I do apologize, Nagy on Sports, to the faithful fans that this one was not more exciting. I was actually kind of looking forward to a good game in terms of what a Pro Bowl might look like, but this one is a beatdown.
This has been anything but that. I mean,
no.
It's been very one-sided, and you go with the team that's been more balanced, which certainly cannot be said of the AFC, as they have been virtually all run. Except for that one drive. 11. Except for that one desperation drive at the end of the half, which actually looked pretty good.
That's very true.
It was a 97-yard drive, too.
Zeke spinning out of a tackle, and then he'll run into Ed Oliver. Can't spin out of that one. 139 yards for Zeke. It's like his best game of the season in the Pro Bowl. But the Sims also falls on the turf. I think they picked it back up.
They did.
The Sim also didn't know that they were essentially platooning him and Tony Pollard. So maybe whatever stats he accumulated in their winning games might should have been being shared.
Well, that and the fact that many people think that Pollard is the better of the running backs in that backfield, as Zeke has
certainly lost a little bit of explosion that Pollard has. Yeah.
Yep.
Now they found a nice role for him. He was like a goal line threat. He scored a lot of touchdowns.
Yep.
But he would have 12 carries for 32 yards and 2 touchdowns, right. That kind of a thing.
Yep.
All right, Wendell, you asked nicely, do you want Trevor Lawrence or do you want Joe Burrow back in the game? Those are your 2 options. And Trevor Lawrence is only an 82, so maybe we go back to Joey B. See if we can get something. I can't even switch to the other team, so I can't make the other team change their guys either, I'm afraid.
That's one thing that feels like a bit of an oversight on Madden's part. Like,
Yeah.
should be able to do that.
I agree. All right, Joey Burrow back into the football game per Wendell's. I think maybe he got hit as he threw. It's going to go out of bounds and a flag.
For a minute, I thought he was about to throw an interception himself.
Yes, he was. He's going to rough the passer. On the other side, though, is Kenny Clark as he was coming with some heat. Trips to the right side now. Burrow had a...
Oh, I'm sorry. I was going to say that was going to be really, really disappointing for us to put in Joey B just to throw an interception right away, but luckily that didn't happen. It would have.
Fortunately for us here, they need to hurry. Hey, it got in the zone somehow, though. So now we got 2 players in the zone. Here's another delayed handoff. Derrick Henry breaking tackles, fighting his way. He might be at the lineup. They're going to say 3rd and inches.
And they've got Joe Burrow in the zone, and they're not going to throw the ball. Doesn't make any sense.
Now he's back to pass. Burrow, short throw left side. Dropped.
Whoa.
Evan Ingram.
That's his second really ugly drop in this game. Can't be dropping those. On a very similar route, just going the other way, a little out route both times, and wide open, just drops the ball.
Yep. Double tight ends to the left side. Hunter Henry, they're actually going to send Derrick Henry out of the backfield, leaving Burrow all by himself. Blitz coming. Both A-gap blitzers. Caught by Diggs. Thought he might have been able to break the tackle. He'll be thrown to the ground, though. Good defensive tackle, but they do get the first down. That's Jalen Johnson again, the young Bears corner.
Yeah, if he had broken that tackle, he might still be running.
Here's some little draw play there for Henry. He's quietly up to 80 yards, but again, the timing of a lot of those carries were very puzzling early in this one. Here's another handoff to the right side. Had a hole, but he got stuck and held on to by big Kenny Clark in the middle. Hey, I love football. Welcome in. Go Browns. Burrow back to pass. Firing right side. Almost picked off. Whew. That was Trevon Diggs again as the receiver. We've seen that before. The receiver just stands there and waits for it. Doesn't come back and attack the ball. That's some heat to the left side and knocked down by Pat Peterson. Making another Pro Bowl. There's your balance. You're down, but you've run more than you've passed. You've been down by 30 this game. Burrow on a 4th and 9. He'll fire over the middle. Wide open Diggs to the 10, to the 5. They'll say the 7 and a first down for the AFC.
Well, that's their second 4th down conversion on this drive, so they've had some success, but surprising how much running is still involved.
Yep. Mixon stays in to help block. Back of the corner of the end zone. Tipped and almost picked again. Smith tried to tap it to Jalen Johnson. Hey, Applied, welcome in. Yeah, it's been an ugly game. They have been terrible, mostly on offense.
And mostly because they've been adamant about running the ball all day long.
Yeah, they tried to give the ball to Derrick Henry like 15 times in the first quarter, and it didn't work very well. And their defensive roster construction is very weird. Here's a quick touchdown pass to Christian Kirk. They've got like 17 edge rushers, but no linebackers on the roster.
So basically, they're playing like a defense that relies heavily on the zone blitz, I guess, because they're just dropping a bunch of edge rushers into coverage.
Yeah. Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. Well, there's a second touchdown pass for Joey Burrow. 14 now to 40. Don't call it a comeback.
I don't think I will.
Maybe a quick pick 6. You never know. We've seen crazier things happen before.
Right.
Yeah, look, you got Khalil Mack playing like an off-ball, like weak side linebacker. Like, that's not his game.
No, it is not.
Good tackle in space by Chandler Jones. Also not an actual linebacker, but listed as such on the Madden roster. So a little bit of an issue there, which is part of the reason that Zeke Elliott has been so successful at running the football. You can see there are 30 carries for 144 yards, which has really paced the NFC here today.
Yep.
3rd and 6 now. AFC needs a stop. Drag route, wide open. Lazard, first down and more, down to the 50-yard line. And then again, Khalil Mack one-on-one with slot receiver Alan Lazard. It's not a matchup that you want to see.
No, it's not. And the other big thing of this is, unlike the AFC, the NFC's had really nice balance between the run and the pass. So they've thrown the ball to open up the run, and they've ran the ball to open up the pass, and it's worked both ways.
Sure has. Now they are in chew clock mode. Is that play clock getting down to about 5 before the snap is happening? Here's Zeke again. He's going to need an ice bath. He's gone the whole way. I couldn't even tell you who the other running backs on the NFC roster are, because we haven't seen anybody other than 2-1 back there yet.
That's right.
Today. Left side, and I think they're going to give him another first down. DeForest Buckner was right on him, but he was able to pull him for a first down. And Zeke, again, throwback Zeke game here.
That's right. 33 rushes for 154 yards. Definitely a workhorse type game for him, but he's had a lot of success doing it.
Sure has. Running behind that big offensive line, Frank Ragnow, Zach Martin, Elgin Jenkins, Trent Williams, Tristan Wirfs.
Yep, he's got
pretty solid front.
Yep.
Got Von Miller, DeForest Buckner, Myles Garrett.
He's got Juszczyk out there blocking for him.
Ed Oliver on the other side as well. So again, a really pass rush heavy line. Blitz up the middle, picked up by Humphrey. Can he get a step? He's going to be tackled from behind by Trent Williams to save a touchdown on the scoop and score.
Yeah, they needed the touchdown there, because now having to drive the ball, especially when you're still surprisingly relying on the run game, seems like a tall order. They need scores with no time off clock or very little time off clock, which that would have been the scoop and score time right there.
Well, it was nice. I guess when you blitz your weak side linebacker and it's Khalil Mack, you have success. Mack was right through the A gap there, able to strip sack that one away. Now 2nd and 10. Burrow still in the zone. Needs to try to light something up in a hurry or give another delayed handoff to Derrick Henry. It was a nice gain, but again, just why?
Too much time. I mean, you're just taking too much time and the clock continues to run.
Hey, welcome in, DDH. Good to have you on. It's not been a great day so far for the AFC. We've kind of been talking about it over the majority of the sim. Their roster construction is pretty sus, especially on the defensive end, and they've just been aggressively trying to run the football right down the throat.
Yep.
Even when they were down 17 and then 24 and then 33.
And even still, I mean, they just ran the ball again and they're down 40 to 14.
Yep. 4:43 to go in this game. Phil Nagy, Kit Nagy on Sports over the middle. Tipped and almost picked off by Grady Jarrett. Whew. That could have been dangerous. 2nd and 15. Do appreciate all of our subscribers. You guys are the best. We are perilously close to 900, which is awesome as we continue to make our way, as Burrows takes a lot of time in the pocket, and then it's going to be picked by Jalen Johnson. He jumped the ball and Kirk didn't. And that will be the final nail in the coffin, in the basket that the Mafia dumped in hydrochloric acid. This one's over.
Oh, yeah.
We have disintegrated the body. Jalen Johnson. Look at Kirk just standing there. Johnson's like, I'll take that.
Yep. Just
easy
ugly.
peasy.
Ugly. Burrow had about 8 years in football time to make that throw. It just ended up being an interception. Not what you wanted to have happen.
No, it's not. And back up the middle with this 36th carry is Zeke Elliott. But we do appreciate our subscribers. If you haven't had a chance to sub, we'd appreciate that too. Again, we are about ready to hit 900, and then we will have our epic countdown to 1,000. And getting on the YouTube payroll so I can buy Mrs. Nagy on Sports something nice for letting me play video games on a Saturday when we're throwing her mother a surprise birthday party. I hope she's not listening to the sim right now, because I would have just given it away. First down, throw and catch. William Jackson. We finally figured it out. I had no idea. It was on the Bengals last year, or the Washington maybe.
Yeah, he was on the
like
Commanders.
Washington slot quarter.
Yep.
I had no idea he went to Pittsburgh.
He went from the Bengals to the Commanders to the Steelers.
Indeed. 2nd and 11 there is a TFL, and that gets us down to the 2-minute warning.
And I only know all that because I just looked it up.
There you go. Because you're the best color guy in the business. That's what you got to say. 2nd and 11. They'll stretch it right side with Zeke again, trying to bounce around some tacklers. He gets to Humphrey, and Chandler Jones is also over there in that vicinity. 3rd and 8. 40-14. Here is the score. NFC threatening yet again as they go screen to the right side. It's almost picked. Patrick Queen was over there. Incomplete in another attempt for Graham Gano. He's been a busy guy today as well, with a lot of field goals and extra points. for Graham Gano.
Indeed.
His kick is up, and his kick is good. Now 43-14. I wonder what the actual biggest point spread of a Pro Bowl has been. This feels like it could be pretty close.
Probably, yeah, I don't know.
To having something this dominant, even when they were playing games without much tackling and defense.
Right.
They were certainly much closer than this.
Certainly.
Screen to the right side and incomplete. And remember, of course, no Chiefs or Eagles in this game, despite obviously you would have had certainly had some extra players. Delayed handoff to Mixon, and he's going to get thrown to the ground, and they'll call timeout. Again, for some reason, Stefanski and Dennis Allen are the two coaches. I'm not sure why, but Stefanski calls timeout there real quick. Burrow back to pass. 4-man rush coming. Hit as he throws. Left side. Caught by Diggs, though. First down. But only a 13-yard gain to the 40, and now they're going to go hurry up. Back to pass. Burrow against a 3-man rush. He's got time. Now he'll fire over the middle. Caught in space. That's Kirk again. And they'll call their second timeout. Christian Kirk is able to get into NFC territory.
See, this is where I would support just kind of roll off, run the clock out, you know you're beat.
Burrow, deep right side, wide open, 20, 15, 10, 5, Keenan Allen, touchdown AFC, as they beat the cover 2 there with 4 verts easily.
Well,
wild. 2 long touchdown scores.
Yep, that's about all they were managed today, but it was fun the 2 times they got it done.
That's true, it was. 43-21 now. Go for the onside, come on. No guts. Antonio Gibson takes the knee. He might be the only commander in the game, actually. Actually, you know what? I think McLaurin was on the roster. We just haven't seen him catch the football. And they will go ahead and get into the victory formation here in the AFC.
Hey, there's another running
Pro
back.
Bowl, rather.
Kamara is out there.
Oh, there it is. There you go. So Kamara must have been RB2 here for the NFC. So that will do it for this one. Entertaining game, but kind of in a weird way.
Yep.
Dominated by the NFC. Kit, wrap it up for us here. I'll cycle through some stats.
Yeah, dominated by the NFC is a bit of an understatement, as they just went outside behind the woodshed and put the AFC out of their misery. That was ugly, and all kinds of ugly, starting with really a lot of interceptions and turnovers going to the NFC, as it didn't seem like either of the AFC quarterbacks that got see some playing time in this one were able to find teammates wearing the AFC colors today, as they seem to mostly go to those white jerseys. And that is really a recipe for disaster, and just some very ugly interceptions all throughout, which then those turnovers led to points, and the NFC having great balance in their offense, unlike the AFC, which seemed to want to only run the ball, maybe because they're afraid of when they did, they would just turn the ball over, which seemed to be the case. So, but then again, when you get to be pretty predictable because you're so far behind and they know you're going to pass, it makes it a lot easier to defend. So maybe that was part of it too.
Sure does. Big day for the Cowboys. 300 yards passing for Dak, and almost 200 yards rushing for Zeke Elliott. So it all leads up to Super Bowl 57. You have been waiting for it. We have been patiently waiting to bring it to you as well. So it will be Chiefs and Eagles squaring off at Super Bowl 57. Again, we appreciate everybody being on. Thank you to our subscribers. If you want to hop on the Discord channel with us, you'll hear all the information about the Super Bowl. You can use the link in the description of this or any of our other videos to do that. And we will let you know what the plan for the Super Bowl is. Again, we're batting around some ideas, maybe doing like a best 2 out of 3, running the sim a couple times just to sort of see what kind of interesting variables we can play around with. So either way, we'll do the game for real at some point as the number 1 seed faces off against the number 1 seed in the Super Bowl 57 from Arizona. So for Kit out on the left coast, Phil here in Central Ohio, we are Nagy on Sports, guys. Have a great rest of your Saturday. Thanks for being on. Enjoy the weekend. Enjoy the Pro Bowl flag football game. Hey. So today we'll say go NFC, but as always, go